Seahawks fans, something wild just went down in Seattle, and if you leave now, you're gonna miss the craziest twist of this entire preseason. Everything felt pretty chill until a shocking contract renewal hit behind the scenes, a lightning-fast roster move shook the locker room, and a wild rumor started spreading fast through league circles. We've got vets going out, rookies stepping in, a key player still MIA, and even whispers of a superstar possibly landing in Seattle, something that would leave the 12s in total disbelief. So what's really behind all of this? Is it just preseason madness? Or is Seattle secretly cooking up something way bigger than anyone expected? Stick with me till the end, because if all this lines up, it could send shockwaves through the entire NFL and flip the script for good. Before we dive in, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications, because around here, you get every single update on this new era in real time. Let's ride 12s! We're kicking things off with a move that even caught the insiders off guard. Our general manager, John Schneider, just inked a multi-year extension that locks him in through the 2031 NFL Draft. That's right, the mastermind behind more than a decade of Seahawks success just got full control for at least 6 more years. His old deal ran through 2027, but the front office wasted no time extending it, aiming to lock down stability during a critical transition. Schneider arrived in Seattle back in 2010 with Pete Carroll, and since then he's built one of the league's most respected resumes: 147 wins, 96 losses, 1 tie, 10 playoff appearances, 9 double-digit win seasons, 5 division titles, 2 Super Bowl trips, and of course, the historic championship run in 2013. That ranks 6th best in the entire league over that span. But it's not just about wins. Schneider's built his rep through legendary drafts that brought us icons like Richard Sherman, Bobby Wagner, Earl Thomas, and Russell Wilson. He's also pulled off gutsy trades, including the recent deal that landed quarterback Geno Smith and wide receiver DK Metcalf. Since Carroll stepped away, Schneider's taken on even more power, now also serving as president of football operations. And he's the one who handpicked Mike Macdonald as head coach, a bold choice that already paid off with our first 10-win season since 2020. Simply put, Seattle is all in on the guy who rebuilt this team once and is now shaping a new chapter built around youth and smart drafting. Speaking of building, let's talk about what's been happening at training camp, because it's been wild. The latest move on the defensive line turned heads. In just 2 days, the Seahawks signed and then released defensive tackle Thor Griffith. Yeah, the same Griffith who tried out during rookie minicamp and was brought in to replace Justin Rogers. Griffith came out of Louisville and was super productive in college, but like many preseason moves, the fit just wasn't there. 2 days after signing, he was cut. Enter cornerback Keedrain Callaghan, recently released by the Houston Texans. He's 6 feet, about 200 pounds, bounced around 3 different schools, and wrapped up at Southeastern Louisiana. He's one of those hybrid guys who flashes on special teams and could find his way into the secondary rotation. This move tells us the staff urgently needed more depth at corner, especially since Shaquille Griffin is still away dealing with personal matters. Griffin's extended absence is definitely raising eyebrows. He was one of the biggest offseason signings and hasn't been part of any of the new defensive installs yet. Coach Macdonald said he expected him back by the start of the week, but so far, no sign. That's opening the door for Callaghan to show out and possibly make a push for a roster spot. The Seahawks now have 10 active corners, which means this secondary battle is heating up fast. Now buckle up, because if you thought things were crazy already, this next one might blow your mind. A rumor's gaining real traction, and if it turns out to be true, it could totally reshape the future of Seattle's defense. I'm talking about a potential trade for none other than Micah Parsons. Yeah, that Micah Parsons, the Cowboys' game-wrecking pass rusher and 4-time Pro Bowler. Word is, he's in a full-blown standoff with Dallas front office over a new deal, and things have gotten so tense that a trade request is reportedly on the table. And guess who's popping up as a legit landing spot? The Seattle Seahawks. We're one of the few teams that could offer the kind of package that might actually get Jerry Jones to pick up the phone. Think about it. We've got young studs like Derek Hall, who put up 37 tackles, 8 sacks, 20 QB hits, and 2 forced fumbles last season. He's not the best run defender yet, but as a pure edge rusher, he's dangerous. Pair him with a first rounder and maybe a second or third, and it starts getting interesting. Another potential trade chip? Boy Mafe. But since he's in a contract year and 3 years older than Hall, he might not move the needle as much for Dallas. And here's the kicker. Seattle recently added veteran DeMarcus Lawrence, Parsons' former Cowboys teammate. Sure, they've had their clashes, but they're both fierce competitors. In a McDonald-style defense that thrives on creative blitzes and heavy rotations, those two could be absolutely lethal together. Of course, none of this makes sense unless the Seahawks can lock Parsons into a long-term deal first. No one's giving up that much draft capital for a short rental. But if Schneider decides to go all in, this could be one of the most game-changing trades in franchise history. Even if it doesn't happen, the fact that Seattle's even in these conversations says a lot about where this team is heading under Schneider and McDonald. And you can see that same vision in this year's draft. The 2024 class brought in 11 new players, many of whom are ready to contribute right away. The standout, no doubt, is quarterback Devin Witherspoon, who's coming off an all-pro caliber rookie year and is clearly the anchor of the secondary. But you also can't overlook guys like Charles Cross locking down the offensive line, Byron Murphy stepping up on the D-line, and Christian Haynes fighting for a role at guard. The coaching staff's mission seems crystal clear: build a fast, physical, young core that can go toe-to-toe with any contender in the NFC. That means relentless pass rush, better protection, and forcing turnovers. And everything we're seeing lately, from roster tweaks to scheme installs, points to that aggressive, youth-driven approach. Bottom line? This franchise didn't hit the reset button, it rebooted. And now with John Schneider locked in through 2031, Mike McDonald crafting a new defensive identity, and a real shot at adding a generational talent like Micah Parsons, the sky's the limit. But now I want to hear from you 12s. Should the Seahawks go all in on Parsons? Or would you rather see them develop the squad we've already got? And what about Schneider's new deal? Do you trust he's the guy to lead this new era? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm reading them all. And don't forget, hit that like, smash subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss a beat. The season's just getting started, and there's so much more coming. Let's make some noise, 12s. Go Hawks!